The climate crisis is over. That's what I'm hearing from all the climate leaders. I remember way back in 2024 when I was led to believe we were all going to die if we didn't bring down energy consumption fast. The crisis was urgent and energy was the villain. Now, apparently, energy consumption is no longer a problem, at least to many of the same leaders who once rang the alarm about climate catastrophe. Those same figures are now cutting ribbons at data centers, lobbying for massive compute infrastructure, and pushing trillion-dollar investments in chips, servers, and power-hungry neural nets. How big is the AI footprint? Projected to reach by 2030 the equivalent of the annual power demand of 95 million homes, nearly every household in the United States. According to the International Energy Agency, data centers, driven largely by AI, could consume around 945 terawatt-hours of electricity per year. I can only conclude the crisis is over. That's a relief. Here's a partial list of those who seem to have gotten the memo. Apparently, we're powering up again. Bill Gates. In 2021, he published How to Avoid a Climate Disaster, emphasizing the need to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. Now in 2025, he says, from the standpoint of improving lives, using more energy is a good thing. President Donald Trump. In 2009, he signed an open letter urging action on climate change. In 2025, he announced a $500 billion private sector push for AI infrastructure. Google. In 2007, they co-founded the Climate Servers Computing Initiative, aiming to cut in half the power consumption of desktop computers and servers. In 2025, Google's emissions have risen by nearly 50% since 2019, primarily due to the energy demands of AI infrastructure. Elon Musk. In 2015, he advocated for a carbon tax to address climate change, stating that carbon emissions are an unpriced externality. Then in 2024, xAI, Musk's AI company, requested 150 megawatts of electricity for a single AI facility in Memphis, enough to power approximately 100,000 homes. The European Union. From 2015 to 2021, they led global